Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rolling Elbow 360 YouTube channel, and welcome back to our TEW 9 save here in TNA in the year of 2016. We are back with the go home show before our, Hard to Kill episode. So Hard to Kill is going to be in 3 days, so that'll be our next episode, is going to be Hard to Kill. The pay-per-view will see many different matches, most of which we will talk about on this show. But oops, didn't mean to open that. And we will break down some stuff, see what's going on, and then at the end we will look at the card. So I'll probably pre-book some of the matches in between, and we will do that. So let's go ahead and start our Impact for Thursday, August 18th of 2016. We are going to open up with some pre-show matches. We had Chelsea Green and Penelope Ford take on Jane and Hamada. 41 rated pre-show. Penelope Ford's gimmick got a great. See, they did all right. They did pretty good. So 41. Moving on, another pre-show match. We did 4 pre-show matches. We had this a high spots match. Spud was the best in the match. Manic was off his game. Dang it, TJP. 51 for them, though. We had a 6-man tag. Terrible match. Dang. Crimson didn't even do that well. Ross Von Erich outperformed Crimson. That's crazy. Was Crimson off his game? Yeah. Yeah, he was. Marshall was really off his game. So, no biggie. Not a big deal. Andrew Everett did well. Yeah, so a 39 for that. Coolio. And a 45 for this match. Brian Cage defeating Shannon Moore. We're just trying to get everybody on this pre-show. I'm pretty sure everybody on the pre-show was unimportant in status. So we're trying to... We're just trying to move them up and get them to a place where they can... be on the show regularly and get them to that popularity where they are good enough to be here regularly and can be on the show without having to worry about 2 unimportants facing off in a match. So let's keep going as we start our regular show with Desmond Wolfe and Jeremy Borash, our commentary team, opening up, just running down the card, saying that tonight Jeff Jarrett has a big announcement he's going to make. Let's see, what else? A mystery opponent is coming for James Storm. We are going to have a TNA grand title, or television title match, between Eli Drake and Braxton Sutter, and a bunch more here on Impact. So 54, this is not like a segment that's supposed to be like great. We just did that for the heck of it. And so we move on to our first match of the night, where we see... Nick Aldis defeat Douglas Williams in 12 minutes by pinfall with a Tormentum. Aldis with a 56, That's not as good as he normally does. And a 59 for Williams. 60 rated match, pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You don't know how many times I changed this opponent for this match. I hired a couple people just to bridge the gap between unimportants and recognizables. Doug Williams being one of he is unimportant in our considerations. I think he's only got 27 popularity. Hopefully this will move him up, but just some people who are on the bridge there. So I hired Gunner is one of them. He was originally meant to be in this match. I hired a couple more guys. At one point, D'Angelo De Niro was in this match. Just some stuff here and there. People going back and forth, and finally I settled on Douglas Williams, and he did well for us, getting a 60. Great gimmick rating for him, and the storyline got hotter, and the crowd got hotter. So is his gimmick change good? So cool. Nice. So we continue on where we see also Drew Galloway was out there during the match. We see Galloway, he's just kind of talking, da-da-da-da. Nick Aldis is saying that he deserves a title shot. He wants a title shot. He demands a title shot. And Galloway says, you haven't earned anything. You don't deserve a title shot. I beat MVP last week. I beat the manager of the world champion, so I deserve a title shot. And Jeff Jarrett comes out and he says, I'm tired of you two arguing. I'm tired of you arguing. I think I'm going to give the shot to Galloway because he did beat MVP last week. He did do what he said he was going to do, and now he is in the title scene. And Nick Aldis says, whoa, Jarrett, no one asked for you here. I beat Galloway. I beat him. If anyone deserves a title shot around here, it should be me. And Jarrett says, that's a fair point. So here's what I'm going to do. Hard to Kill, you, Nick Aldis versus Drew Galloway for the number one contender spot. The person who wins will face Bobby Lashley at No Surrender. And so there we go. We know that match is happening now, so let's pre-book that. Hard to Kill, pre-book match. There's a bunch of matches I already know happening. I really don't do pre-booking that often, if I'm honest with you guys. And Drew... So we will just put that... What? Oh, what? No. I didn't remember they had bad chemistry. Huh. I did not remember that at all. Well, we will just have to do whatever then. 61 rated. Decent, whatever. We move on to as Jeff Jarrett is coming back through Gorilla into going to his office or whatever, Eddie Edwards comes up and grabs him. He's like, listen, Jeff, I know, but I want my title back. I need my title back. I need to get back to Lashley, and the only way I think I can do that is through the X Division Championship. He says, what do I got to do to get my X Division title back? Jeff Jarrett says, fine. You want your title back? Here's what I'll do. You two have a tag team match against Zema Ion and Roderick Strong already planned for tonight. If you guys win, Eddie, you will be added to that match. And Eddie is elated. He's like, thank you, Mr. Jarrett, thank you. And so that is the stakes that have been placed on that tag team match. So if Eddie and Davey beat Zema Ion and Roderick Strong, then Eddie gets added to the X Division title match happening at Hard to Kill, which is currently Zema Ion versus Roderick Strong. All right, then we have a angle where we see Mickie James being interviewed. She's just saying, yeah, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to get a Knockouts title shot. I'm so glad that I get to represent this company when, bam, Hamada, Jade, and Tara attack her from behind, beat her down, leave her laying, and whatever. So 45, not great, but it is what it is. Next, we've got the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Bromans. This really is just a match to kind of get the Motor City Machine Guns some more momentum heading into their tag team title match at Hard to Kill. So we know that match is happening. That match has been there. So let me put that on the pre-booking screen as well. Pre-book match. So we know this match is happening. The Motor City Machine Guns versus the Decay. I hope there's no spoilers there. I didn't even think about that. And we'll go ahead and put the World Tag Team titles on the line. So we know that match is happening. So the Decay are out there just kind of being creepy and all. And the Motor City Machine Guns get a victory. But after the match, they come and they just, one final little jab and promo. We'll see you at Hard to Kill. Nothing big, just a little promo there to get one last jab in there. So 47, also not great, but it is what it is. Next, we have a video package for Brian Cage and Taz. Why do they suck so bad? They're not very good. They're not really doing all that hot. The road agent was Christian Cage. Cool. Oh, Brian Cage is a poor gimmick, and so does Taz. That's why. That's probably why this is not doing too hot. We're just trying to get Brian Cage over so he can, be on Impact every week without me getting a 10 rating like we did on Explosion last week. That lost him popularity. So, yeah. Then we had Kingston defeating D'Lo Brown in 7:04 by pinfall with a backdrop driver following interference from Homicide. This is another match. Doesn't really have a storyline related to it necessarily, but trying to get Kingston over. D'Lo Brown is considered recognizable. Kingston is not. He is considered unimportant. So just trying to get him a big victory. He did well in the ring, 51. For the popularity he has, that's pretty good. And D'Lo, obviously, I'm not worried about like killing his momentum. He's like 45 or something like that. He's not going to be around much longer, at least in a wrestling capacity. So just getting all that out of him and letting Kingston, who is the younger guy, shine. So a 52 is a pretty good rating for this. If it had a storyline with it, I think that would have been even better. Maybe we can do something with that. Maybe we can do the Concrete Outlaws and they're taking down D'Lo or something, and D'Lo gets a crew together or something. I don't know. We can see. Afterwards, we have another video package where we have Gregory Helms and Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee, the Helms dynasty, just coming out and talking and, just trying to get to make people recognizable, to get them to that recognizable status so that they can be used in a better capacity on Impact. So a 49 for them. Hopefully it'll bring up their popularity. And then we move into a segment that I kind of have an idea for, and we're going to start moving in that direction if it works, which it looks like it did here tonight. A 62 is very good. I'll need to put a storyline to it. But we have what's called the Pope's Pulpit, which is basically a talk show. I should have made D'Angelo Nero the segment host instead of that, but whatever. D'Angelo Nero comes out and he's got his very own talk show now on the stage, the big setup. He's got the pulpit, I guess, whatever. And he's coming out and he says, "My very first guest tonight is Sanjay Dutt. Now, Dutt, you seem to be a loser here in TNA." And, just kind of doing the heel D'Angelo Nero to Pope gimmick, taking it to Sanjay. Sanjay throwing some jabs back, but this is just really an opportunity to get D'Angelo Nero on screen, and maybe we can use it next week to get Sanjay Dutt some stuff, because a 62 rated between these two guys is pretty good, so maybe we need to turn that into something. So we'll see. Next segment, we see Gail Kim in the back talking about how she's facing Mickie James at Hard to Kill, and how she doesn't care what Tara and them do. She doesn't care what Jade and Hamada do. It doesn't matter to her. She is the best women's wrestler. She's going to prove it over and over and over again, and no matter who steps to her, she is going to take them down. And so just giving that and saying something about Mickie James not deserving to be attacked, just something like that. 54 rated, very good. Well, not very good, but decently good. Gained heat to the storyline, so that's what we needed. And we continue on as we see the tag team match with all the implications. So the story of this match is obviously Eddie and Davey. They're a tag team. Zema Ion and Roderick Strong, they are not a tag team. They don't work together well. But the American Wolves, they work together as a fluid machine, beating up on Roderick Strong and Zema Ion. And at one point, Davey is going to make the tag, and Roderick Strong pulls him off the apron, and Eddie and Roderick just start fighting. They fight out of the arena, and Zema Ion is able to roll up Davey Richards and get the surprise victory. So a 61 rated, very good. Great ratings by the Wolves, decent ratings by Strong and Zema Ion. I did make, let's see, road agent notes. I did keep Davey Strong because, I don't want to ruin his popularity just for this match. And also, I didn't want him to complain about it, which he didn't. He didn't complain about losing, so I was glad. A lot of bonuses there. The only thing that got it commentary was penalized, and so was Roderick for his gimmick. But it is what it is. This is a great match, 61 rated, and we move on. We move on to another segment. This is kind of a pitfall in this story right now. We're trying to move somewhere, and I needed just something to fill the gap until something was here. So Rhino was the best option, in my opinion, because he's known Matt Hardy for so long, and you can kind of tie back to that TLC Rhino coming and I guess he helped Edge and Christian, but still, you can just say that they're friends or whatever, and So last week we saw Rhino get a letter from Matt Hardy, and it be like him inviting him to the Hardy compound, and that he is going to defeat him. And so he invites him to the Hardy compound. This week we see Rhino at the Hardy compound, walking around. He's kind of a background player in the Matt Hardy mystery world of shenanigans that are going on. And just going around, seeing everything, and Matt Hardy's messing with his mind, and then at the very end, he pops out and says, "At hard to kill, I will defeat you." He will not delete him, he will defeat him. And so that's a big distinction there. And he says, "And the world will see the anointing of the prince that is Brother Nero." And so 59 is not good for this. Not for a Matt Hardy segment, but it is what it is. Lost heat. And so we're going into Hard to Kill with that, but it's okay. And then we come back from the whatever that was, and Davey and Eddie are in the back, just kind of hanging out, whatever, and Eddie is furious. He says, "How could you lose my shot? You lost my shot. I didn't lose my shot. You lost it for me. This is your fault, Davey." And, they're just going back and forth, and Davey and Eddie are arguing about who lost whose shot. Why did Davey do it? Da-da-da-da-da. And Davey's like, "I'm sorry, man. I got rolled up out there. What do you want from me?" And Eddie says, "Well, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be at Hard to Kill. I'm going to be in Jeff Jarrett's office, seeing what's next for me, seeing how I can get my X Division title shot back. And I expect you to be there too, so that we can go together and you can support me in this." And Davey's like, "Okay, man. All right, whatever." And so 52 rated, decent, lost heat, but whatever. We move on. And this is not good. But we were supposed to have... So last week, Jeff Jarrett says there's going to be a TV title match here tonight between Braxton Sutter and Eli Drake. And so Braxton Sutter comes on the screen, or gets into the ring, him and Allie, and he's ready to go. He's super excited about this shot. He hates Eli Drake. He's been jumping him. He just wants his shot at Eli Drake. And Eli Drake comes on the screen and says, "Braxton, I know you want this shot. I know you think you deserve this shot. But let me tell you something, dummy. Yeah, I missed my flight. The airline done canceled on me. The airline done made me miss my flight, so I can't even be there tonight. I can't wrestle. I can't do what I gotta do. But I found you a replacement opponent. I found somebody that you can face that's a great friend of mine. And his name is Tyrus." And Tyrus comes out, and we have the match. And so, of course, Tyrus beats Braxton Sutter in 6 minutes by pinfall. Tyrus got a 45. Braxton Sutter got a 33. Both Eli Drake and Braxton Sutter are unimportant, and so if I put them in a match together as of right now, that would not end well for me. But Tyrus is recognizable, so I can have Braxton Sutter beat Tyrus. And of course, Eli Drake and Tyrus were an actual duo around this time, coming up maybe a year from now or so, maybe a little bit less than a year, I'm not sure. But 45 is not bad for this match, but we move on. And we see the big announcement from Jeff Jarrett. He's coming out. He is about to give his big announcement. And the big announcement is that next week, here on Impact, Kurt Angle will be here. And so Kurt Angle is going to be here. You might be able to see where I'm going with this. Don't worry about it. But the thing is, Kurt Angle will be here. It's a big deal. 71 rated. That's awesome. We love it. We love Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is returning. He is going to be here next week, the TNA Hall of Famer, and he is going to have some words to say. So we move on. And then we see Desmond Wolfe travels to Christian Cage's home, wherever that may be, and does a sit-down interview with Christian Cage where he talks about returning and where he talks about Mike Bennett and what a punk he is. And he says it was so good to get a spear on him last week. 63, very good. So he has a hot catchphrase. That's awesome. So we saw that, and we head into that match at the pay-per-view as well. I should put that in the pre-booking also. Oh, that's Impact. Excuse me. Christian Cage and Mike Bennett. So, cool. And we move on, where we go into our main event segment, where we see MVP is coming out to introduce James Storm's mystery opponent for tonight. And, of course, it is Shelton Benjamin. So James Storm is in the ring. He's excited. Bring out whoever you want me to face here tonight. I'll beat him. I'll destroy him. And I will destroy Bobby Lashley at Hard to Kill as well. And MVP comes out and says, this is someone very close to us. It is Shelton Benjamin. I think you see where I'm going here as well. 62 rated. And we move to the match. 67 rated. Heyo. James Storm defeats Shelton Benjamin in 12:23 by pinfall with an Eye of the Storm. I wish I would have made this match a little bit longer. 60 from Storm, 64 from Shelton Benjamin. And so that is a great match. James Storm getting the victory. But after the match, oh, why did this suck? Why was this not good? Oh, no. Oh, well. After the match, MVP clocks James Storm, and they hold him against the ropes, just like, kind of like they left him laying last week. They're going to leave him laying this week. They hold him against the ropes, and you know that shot of like DX holding Stone Cold against the ropes and Shawn Michaels in his face saying, this is as close as you're ever going to get. That's kind of what I'm envisioning here is Lashley is in his face holding up the world title saying, this is as close as you're ever going to get. And so 56 is not good. It lost heat to our segment, but what did our show get in total? A 66. That's awesome. That's very good. I enjoy that. I think we had some really good stuff in here. Some people are starting to shine through as like they deserve a shot going forward. So I am excited about what's going on in this company right now. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of potential. Even if there's not a lot of just A-list main eventers right now, there's a lot of potential for cool stuff to happen. Speaking of potential, we are going to now move to Explosion. So I will see you over there after it is booked. All right, Annie, we are here for our Explosion taping, so let's not take a single second to hesitate. As we jump into our... Oh, they're disinterested. I'm so sorry. As we jump into our first match, we see the Helms Dynasty versus the Bollywood Boys. Andrew Everett picking up the win with the Shooting Star Press. Cool. This is two unimportant teams, so it's not going to be good. But I think this is the only match with two unimportants in it. So 27 rated, not that bad. Then we have a interview with Manic. Manic says he's back. He's ready to really make a name for himself here in TNA again and to really show what he's got. And Suicide once again appears and is like, he's like, Manic goes, hey man, it's good to see you. I know we we had some cross. We had a good time last week. Even though we had some crosswords, and Suicide's like just mannerisms, because Suicide doesn't speak. And so Scott Demore's like, "What do you think about all this, Suicide?" And Suicide's like, "What?" He doesn't speak, so he's just flailing around, not knowing what's going on. And Manic's like, "Good talk, man. Hey, I'll see you later," and leaves. And so, fun times. Then we have a Crimson promo. He does well. Then we have Angelina Love defeating Jordan Grace and Marty Bell with a pinfall. And so Jordan Grace doing fantastic. Nice. 46 for her, and she's got like a 10 popularity, so dope. But then afterwards, Angelina Love says that she is back and she's going to make TNA beautiful again. I think you can see where I'm going. 55. And then we have Brian Cage and Taz putting out an open challenge, and Bob Holly actually takes it, and in the match, a 43, Brian Cage defeats Bob Holly. And so, yeah, that should get him some great popularity, because Bob Holly is like a 36 or something, and Brian Cage is a little bit lower, so 43 rated, that should get him up. And then we have a Joe Hendry promo. No! He got a poor rated. Darn it. Whatever. Then we have just a promo backstage where the Von Erichs are being interviewed or whatever, and Reno Scum are like, that was a fluke victory last week, da-da-da-da-da. And so, yeah, and then in our main event, we see Mike Bennett defeat Gunner in 11:37. So we had Gunner come back for probably one night only. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll use him some. But Mike Bennett getting the victory there. And so, cool. So 49 rated. Decent shows all around. We see we made a little bit of money there. We gained some popularity back in the regions where we were losing it. So we're doing well. Hey, that's our guy. We're doing well. We're doing decently, I feel like. There are some things that I think are not going well, specifically talking about financials. Let's see, what emails do we have here? Gunner doesn't get it. Well, duh. And then TNA, the things shown, where is drawing a lot of praise. That's good. We are hemorrhaging money like it's nobody's business. And last month, our pay-per-view revenue was good, but that's because we were on DirecTV as well. And I just don't think it's going to be that good this time around. Ticket sales are fine. Broadcast revenue is it's okay. Everything is just okay, but our expenditures, specifically our production values, are insane. And so I really am kind of wondering how we need to right the ship here to get, which we've got plenty of money. I'm not worried about like going into debt or anything. We've got plenty of money. It's just where can we, because I don't want to cut talent really all that much, because we're running on fumes pretty much as it is. We've got 83 talents, yes, but we don't have a lot of recognizable talent is the thing, which now we're starting to get more and more. So we're starting to get more and more recognizable talent and really building some people up, but it's still one of those things where you're like, I don't want to cut anybody right now, because I feel like we need most everybody we got. Now, not everybody we got do we need, but we need most everybody that we have on the roster. And so I'm just kind of, if you're questioning what I'm doing, I'm just going around checking some popularities and such, seeing where people are. And did he go up? No, he went down at the beginning, and now we're kind of rehabbing his popularity. I'm sure he went up. He went up nice. So did Davey or Eddie lose any popularity? It looks like Eddie might have. he gained some popularity just by being in that match. He lost a lot of popularity. Oh, how did Kingston? How is he now? So he was at a 22. Now is at a okay. Dope. Let's see. We were at. I like doing this just because he didn't lose any, but he may have. He may have that, and I just don't realize. I don't know. Cool. I think. Oh, he did. He went up. He went up. I hope he's about to be recognizable because then we can really just start using him freely and whatever. It's Bob Holly. I don't really care. Beat Bob Holly all you want to. It's Bob Holly. Who gives a crap? But with that said, coming up next episode will be Hard to Kill. We've got a couple matches. Let's see. Let me pre-book some other ones. We know also James Storm versus Lashley is going to be happening. Auto name for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now we know. Let's see. We also know Roderick Strong versus Zema Ion for the X Division title. Let's see. There's some other stuff too that I'm going to forget for now. Gail Kim versus Mickie James if she is able to compete after being attacked for the Knockouts Championship. And I don't think that's it. But let's see. Do I have Matt Hardy versus Rhino in there? I don't think I do, but we'll find out if I do. So we've got a decent card going. I'm really looking forward to this card. I think last pay-per-view at Destination X, we didn't really get to show what we were capable of, if I'm honest. That 59 was not good. This match just, I don't know what even happened here, but it just was not good. And so, yeah, it really just didn't go well at Destination X. So I'm hoping at Hard to Kill we can show what we've really got. And then that takes us into No Surrender and then to Bound for Glory. So we've got two more shows. We've got Hard to Kill and then No Surrender, and then it's Bound for Glory, the biggest show of the year for us. And so I'm hoping we are going to be able to do something big there and do something well there. But with that said, I appreciate all the support on this series. I appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. You guys are the best ever. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace.